Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm doing a mukbang Q&A. This is a seafood boil. It is crawfish, shrimp, corn, and a potato. And I got this from Fat Crab Seafood Grill. This is in Atlanta. They were the only ones that were delivering in my area. And it's pretty good. The only thing about it is it's not as juicy as like Juicy Crab. Juicy Crab has a lot of like sauce. And so I made my own. And I'm just gonna pour this. And it's literally just butter with seasonings I used. You can see that I wrote down most of the questions. And two things I want to say before we start. Please excuse my lashes. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I have on individuals and I put strips on top of that because my individuals are leaving the building. So, and my eyes look crazy. Two, my lace. I don't even want to touch it. It's so time for this to come off, but I'm literally just holding on by a thread. So those two things, I need y'all to excuse that. I'm gonna take off eating. So the first question is, has the virus affected your business? Yes. I honestly think by the end of this pandemic or crisis or whatever you want to call it, I think every single person is going to be affected by it, whether it's you're you were affected in a big way, like you lost your job or you were laid off, or if business slowed, or if you had to lay off employees, or it's going to touch everybody, I feel like, by the end of this. Can you make Chase an Instagram? Probably not. I think I'm just going to stick to posting Chase on my Instagram story and on my page. I don't really feel the need for him to have his own Instagram. I was thinking about just making like a lifestyle page. What do you guys think? Don't judge how I crack open my crawfish. Can you talk about the labor and birth story? So I'm gonna do my own. I'm gonna do like a whole video for that on its own because that story is so long that I don't want to take up too much of this video. So my next chit chat, I think I'm gonna do a labor and delivery like story time. I'm 24 and haven't met my soulmate, but I want a family. Do you have any advice? My advice would be, don't stress yourself. You're 24, you're so young. You was just able to buy liquor 3 years ago. Earlier 20s, I would say dedicate that time to you. Because having a family is beautiful. Having a husband is beautiful, I'm sure. I don't know about that part, but you will have to dedicate a lot of your time to other people when you have a family. And I think in your early 20s, that's just time for you to live your life, for you to have fun, for you to go buck fucking wild. And don't stress about it. You know, the right man will come, or a woman, I don't know your preference, will come when it's the right time. That's something that you don't need to worry about. Worry about yourself right now. Where do you get your wigs? So, I'm not in any long-term exclusive contracts. So I get my wigs from whoever's paying me at the moment. I had to recommend any like wig company. I would recommend Divas Wigs. Cause if I'm working with a company, I'm promoting them. I don't want to promote shitty hair. You know what I'm saying? Cause I don't want girls spending their hard-earned money on that and then writing me and telling me that the hair that I recommended was shitty. I don't like that. That's not a good feeling. So I would definitely recommend Divas Wigs. Would you ever date a female? No. I wouldn't date a female. I think females are beautiful. I think they're so attractive. I be on female pages creeping just like men because I love looking at pretty women, but I'm not sexually attracted to women. Do you work out? I used to work out. I honestly can say I haven't worked out since I got pregnant. I fell off completely. I really wanted to get back into the gym, but it looks like I'm gonna have to wait a little while longer. Are you good at making friends? Yes, I would say I'm good at making friends. I am definitely a people person. I'm easy to talk to. And I'm pretty friendly. You know, I wouldn't say that I'm super friendly, but I can strike up a conversation with anybody. Like, where would you like to be in a few years as far as marriage, baby, second baby? Honestly, when I think about my future as far as like 5 years from now, I think about it more like business-wise. I obviously want to get married. I shouldn't say obviously, but I want to get married, but it's not like something that I'm gunning for in the next 5 years. If it happens, it happens, but damn, there's so much shit in my teeth. Can you do recipe videos for YouTube? Yes, I'm definitely, by the next week, in the next couple of days, I'll have my first cooking video up. Do you plan on opening a clothing store? Bitch, that butter sauce I made is salty as hell. Not anytime soon. I've thought about it seriously a couple of times. I think definitely the first thing I'll do is a showroom and maybe like allow like pickup orders and stuff there. But as far as like a true like retail store, I don't know. I feel like physical stores are really on the decline right now. Like, ever been to college? Yes, I went to college for 1.5 years, and I got suspended for a semester because I owed money, and I just never went back. And I majored in business administration. How did you find out you were pregnant? I'm gonna talk about that in the labor and delivery. I'm gonna like kind of go through my pregnancy a little bit and kind of just knock it all out. I don't want a ton of videos to kind of be about the same sort of subject, you know? So, how many kids would you like to have? Ideally, I would love to have 3 or 4 kids. I just don't know if I physically can have 3 or 4 pregnancies. It was very, very difficult for me. I was sick for like 10 to 12 weeks straight. And when I say sick, I mean like, what the hell? When I say sick, I mean in the bed all day, every day, like bed rest, like that's it. So because of that, I don't think I'll be able to do it 2 or 3 more times. I don't see myself doing it. What was your first car? My first car was a Mercedes. Something you value about being a Taurus. I think we're very strong women. All Taurus women I know can carry their own. Like that bull sign is real. Like, man, y'all know that I kind of got a beef against my own sign. I really don't like Tauruses like that. And maybe because they're a lot like me. I don't know. Maybe, you know, 2 strong people do this, you know? How do you deal with heartbreak? Honestly, you guys, I'm not really, I said this on Twitter a couple days ago. I'm just really not one to like let myself sit in like a negative emotion. I was in college, the whole time I was in college, I had a boyfriend. And I loved that little boy. And we ended up breaking up when I ended up like leaving college. And I remember I was crying my eyes out. And my mom came downstairs and I told her, I was like, you know, me and such just broke up. And I'll never forget, she told me, she said, I'm gonna let you cry tonight. I'm gonna let you cry all night. Get all your tears out. But when I wake up in the morning and every day after that, I better not see you crying. And that's how my mom was. My mom is a very strong woman. She's not heartless at all. My mom can be actually very emotional. But when it comes to stuff like that, like heartbreaking stuff, she always just promotes picking yourself. Ooh. She always just promotes picking yourself up. You gotta keep going. Life keeps going. Life don't stop for nobody. Whoever broke your heart, they not gonna stop living for nobody. So you gotta just keep going. I listened to the song Bag Lady the other day for the first time in years. And that song really fucking, y'all gotta listen to the lyrics that she really saying on that song, cause that's how it is. Like, you can't carry around all them bags. You can't carry around everything that ever happened to you. So that's just kind of how I think. Like, I gotta keep moving. You don't have your own businesses will be your dream job. Definitely real estate. I still can and want to do real estate, and I'm pretty sure once I get older and just a little bit more established that I'm definitely going to get into real estate. I just love everything about the home buying process. Would you date an older man? I saw somewhere you say that 50 years old was the limit. Yes, I would date an older man, but he can't look like an older man. Like, he can look older, but I'm not dating no fucking decrepit grandpa looking ass man. That's nasty. Like, I'm young as hell. I mean, I'm not young as hell, but I'm young enough that I'm not doing the Anna Nicole Smith vibe. I mean, I remember saying that, but honestly, there's probably 50-year-olds who took such bad care of themselves that I wouldn't date them. Y'all look old. Y'all fucking been drinking fucking Patron since Patron came out, and it shows. Skincare routine, that's so funny you guys say that because I have zero skincare routine right now. So I started the brand Dermalogica. I spent like $300 buying all that shit. And slowly but surely I started noticing over the course of like a week or two, my skin was breaking out so bad. If this is an esthetician watching that, is that true? Like, is your skin not supposed to purge? Is that a bad thing? If the product is making your skin purge, should you throw it out? Or should I give Dermalogica another chance? But if I had to recommend any skincare brand, it would be the brand that I used the longest, which was Mario Badescu. Something you would tell your 20-year-old self, fucking do it. Do it. Do everything that you're thinking about doing, because everything that I'm doing right now, I was thinking about when I was 20. Not really nowadays, but when I was younger, just scared to fail. So scared to fail. As soon as I stopped being scared to fail and I just did it and I took the risk, I succeeded. So, oh my God. Selling any of Chase clothes. I don't sell Chase clothes. You can write me on Instagram. Let me know your baby's size. And if I have anything available, I'll send it to you. I don't feel right selling his clothes. I only want to give away his stuff to people in need. It just makes me feel better about buying too much stuff for him, because I feel like this will go to somebody who really needs it. You know what I'm saying? Once he can't wear it no more, or if he never wears it, you know? So I need to look at the camera and nothing be better. Is it hard being a first-time parent? Yes, it's definitely a challenge. I wouldn't say hard, it's challenging, but a lot of the stuff becomes routine. You do it every day, all day. Everything just starts to become routine after a while, you know? So it's the biggest challenge is just the first couple of weeks, because you're adapting to something that you've never done before. You get what I'm saying? When you're a first-time parent. And there's no amount of books, there's no amount of forums, there's no amount of advice that other people can give you that's going to help you through those first couple of weeks, bitch. They are the Hunger Games. But once you get through those first couple of weeks, it gets easier and easier, and you'll have your little new challenges, like getting through the teething stage. And I mean, the teething stage is not even real stage, just back and forth as the teeth are coming in, and just other little things. Now Chase, he's walking, so he gets in more stuff, and that poses its own challenges. So it's always new challenges, but then those challenges become routine too. Co-parenting tips for me is that it's all about the kid. I don't try to bring anything emotional into co-parenting. It's just all about what's logically best for my kid, period. Like, period. Lobster mac recipe. I will do the lobster mac recipe for you guys. Did you have postpartum? If so, how'd you get through it? This sounds dumb as hell to say, but the only way to get through it is to get through it. Is to just go, just keep moving. I just really didn't have any wants. I didn't have any desires. I didn't have any things I was working for. I was just waking up to take care of Chase and going to sleep. And that's never been me. I've always been so ambitious. I've always been so outgoing. I was still like kind of happier, but like I don't know. I can't explain it. I think only if you've been through it would you kind of understand what I'm saying right now. But it was just a period of just, I don't know. Even when things that used to make me happy or things that I enjoyed doing really didn't bring me as much joy anymore. Like for instance, like getting dolled up, doing my hair and makeup, that brings me joy. That's something I enjoy doing. It was a point in time I couldn't care less, but I still made myself do it because I know that this is stuff you like. So it's kind of like I was relearning what I liked. I don't know. More slowly and slowly, I started to become familiar to myself again. And now I would say that I'm back to me. And I thank God for that. Because it's a lot of women it's some women who never get back to them. I ate that food pretty quick, so I'm gonna answer a few more questions while I'm just sitting here. And I'm gonna use one of my baby's wipes to wipe off my hands. I don't know what question I was just on. Sorry. How old are you? I am 27. How much do you weigh? I weigh like 145. I'm 5'4". Best part about being a mom, I would say, so Chase sleeps in his own room. He has a nursery. He sleeps in his crib. He's been sleeping in his crib since he was 6 months. And our routine is, usually I wake up before Chase. I wake up like 30 minutes before Chase every day, just naturally. And when he wakes up, he'll start making noise or whining. Sometimes he'll just be making noise, like he's just, you know, in there playing by himself, or sometimes he'll whine when he really just doesn't want to be in the crib any longer. And I'll be walking down the hallway to his room to come get him, and when he sees me, he literally looks at me like I am the best thing in this world. Like he is so happy to see me, and he only does it with me. And I just think that that's like our tradition. And I always say, "Good morning, mama, baby." And I just feel like no matter what happened over the night or what happened the prior day, if he just was stressing me out and he was just kind of just a little bit more difficult to handle the previous day, or however I felt when I woke up that morning, which is usually good, but if not, just walking into his room and him just being ecstatic to see me. Like he is just so happy to see me. It makes everything worth it. It makes everything worth it. So that's just like the best part of being a mom, is that like at the end of the day, I have just never felt the love like I felt with my son. Truly. He is the best thing that ever happened to me. How do you have abs? Because you never in the gym. I've had abs all of my life. I was born with abs. So, but I just feel like I'm just naturally, I did sports for like most of my like younger life, and then I fall off on working out, but I never fall off for too long. I always get my ass back in the gym. This is the longest I've been without going to the gym ever. So I'm pretty active. And yeah, so I was born with abs. Did you have an epidural with Chase? Yes. I was begging, I was screaming and crying for an epidural. Like, and I was only like 3 centimeters dilated, bitch. I tapped out quick. But I'll save that for the labor and delivery story time. Pancakes or waffles? Waffles. Your death row last meal would be surf and turf. Medium done filet mignon with a little lobster tail with some garlic butter on it, bitch. I'm dying lit. Where did you plan to go for your birthday that sadly canceled now? I was gonna go to Costa Rica. I was gonna go to Costa Rica. I had the villa booked. I had my flight booked. Everything ready to go. And then this happened. So, tips losing baby weight. My baby weight was just falling off. by 2 weeks I was my pre-pregnancy weight, and then I kept on going down, and then I started to get like stressed out because I didn't want to go down. Y'all know I love being thick. I don't want to be skinny. I don't want to be a skinny legend. So I was like stressed out about it, but it was just because, you know, motherhood was really overwhelming. I wasn't eating like that just because I just didn't have an appetite. And so I just was just losing the baby weight like crazy. I'm pretty sure genetics played a role as well too. Genetics plays a role in everything, y'all. Everything. Don't feel, you know, bad if you don't have as quick as a snapback as other people, because it's your genetics, and it doesn't mean that your genetics is worse, it's just different. How can you tell if a man truly likes you versus just keeping you as a prize? You can. No, I'm just kidding. If everything is just really superficial with him, if everything is how good you look, your body, sex, stuff like that, that's probably him just not really having that deep of a connection with you. Men who want to lay with you and talk about your dreams and what you want to be and y'all future and just deeper conversations, I think that he truly likes you. Yeah. Do you like Atlanta more than LA? No, I like the people here more, but I don't like Atlanta more. I'm a scenery girl. I love scenic. I love beauty. I love how LA looks. Like truly, like I love being that. I love being able to ride the PCH and go to Malibu and go to Santa Monica Pier and go to Venice Beach. Like I just love stuff like that. I love the palm trees. I love LA. I'll just wrap this up. I'm not going to do a house tour. That was one of the questions. That's just a little bit too invasive for me. Favorite thing about pregnancy was definitely like getting treated like a queen. When you're pregnant, no one wants you to lift a finger. Every little small thing they want to do for you. I really miss that. How to build a following. Stay consistent. That's honestly my only advice, is stay consistent. Give the people what they want. It doesn't have to be beauty. It doesn't have to be fashion. I know somebody when I lived in LA who was a beauty influencer. So find your lane, what you're passionate about, and put out great content in that lane. I think that's pretty much all of the questions, you guys. If you have some more questions, just write them down below, and you know, the first couple of days after this goes live, I'll be answering them. And eventually, probably I'll do like a little updated Q&A. Talk about, maybe I can do like a business Q&A, or we can do like some love life, or like relationship advice and stuff like that, whatever. So just comment below your ideas. I hope you guys found this video entertaining. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next video. Let me get this cleaned up because my whole kitchen